A matchup with these two great duos on both teams.
Well, talking to both coaching staffs before the game, Sandy Brondello of Phoenix and Fred Williams of the Dallas Wings, they all pointed to the Griner-Cambage matchup. Brittany Griner tried to pull Cambage out. She hits the easy 15.
Well, that's going to be a great matchup to watch all night. I mean, Liz has added so much to the Wings game, but now that she's going to be contested against someone equally her size.
And here is Skylar Diggins-Smith. Coming off that 35-point performance, Kayla Thornton nails the three, her 8th of the season. In the last 4 games, more than half of her field goal attempts have been from beyond the arcs. Tarazi, no. Gray, the rebound, quickly to Skylar. Skylar, Liz, and Alicia Gray had 73 of the 89 points in the victory over Indiana in the last game. Liz Cambage with the three. That is only her second three-pointer of her career. The first came a couple of games ago.
I like it. I feel like it's already anything you can do, I can do better.
This is, isn't it? This time, Griner. Wow. Now, Brittany Griner got in foul trouble the first meeting between these two teams. The opening game of the season had only 13 points in that contest. So she probably comes out with a little vengeance in this one. Skylar rolls it to Thornton, looks for Cambage.
It's a great mismatch down for Liz to be able to step back and just show her versatility once again.
14 on the shot clock. Diggins-Smith just trying to wheel around and get away from January. Davis to the hole, swatted away by Griner. Thornton with the follow, no. Brittany Griner with the rejection.
That is definitely going to be the case on both ends of the floor. You know, you can drive it to the rim. You've got 2 shot blockers on each team.
30 block shots now for Griner. Trouble the last game versus Indiana. Picked up her 6th, had to sit out the last few minutes of the ball game. Dangerous pass by January.
Kayla wanted that one.
Absolutely.
I think she thought that was a missed opportunity to steal that.
It kind of was a lazy pass, very slow. Skylar Diggins-Smith, no. That's the Kayla Thornton we love.
Absolutely. Offensive rebounds are going to be key. I think that if the Wings can really dominate the boards, I think they have a great opportunity to get some second chance points.
Well, Skylar was looking for Cambage. Didn't get her. Griner posting up on Thornton, no. Kayla Thornton can be very physical. Up ahead to Liz. Oh, yeah. You know, you look at the last 2 games, part of the success of this 2-game winning streak, the Wings have cut down their turnovers. Not making silly plays.
To score at a high rate, that always is good news for the Wings.
And here is head coach Fred Williams. Last year, his team led the WNBA in pace, almost 82 possessions. Thornton and Cambage each with a foul already here in the early going. Tarazi, the pull-up, no, looks for Griner. Great play. I thought Griner was going to dunk it.
I did too for just a half a second there. That was a great 2-man game. Great read by Diana.
Career high field goal percentage, 2nd best points per game.
I really like KD's mentality right now. She is attacking the basket and attacking Bonner right off the dribble. That's twice she's done that already.
Well, got her first career start in the last game. Alicia Gray keeps it alive. Up ahead to Skylar. This is going to be a tough shot. Uses the left hand and got it.
Skylar really knows how to use her body, finish at the rim. She's not afraid to attack those big girls in the paint for sure.
Last 2 games, she shot 53%. The scoop, no. Gray comes out of the pack looking to push it. Up ahead, Thornton with the layup, count it. And the Wings have opened up a lead by a half a dozen. Cambage trying to push Griner off that left block. Uses that right-handed jump hook. Phoenix now just 3 of 8 shooting the basketball here in the early going. Cambage shows the ball, goes up and under, no. Wanted the foul, didn't get it.
I think she's thinking that's the same thing that's happening on the other end. I think Griner's doing a great job of squaring up and attacking Liz. You can definitely tell that's part of their game plan.
Tawana Botter, nice up and under move. The 9th-year pro out of Auburn. Didn't play last year because she had twins You and I were looking at it before the game. That's not right to have twins that look like that.
It's really unbelievable.
Skylar, no. Ball tipped by Cam Beige. Gray tried to keep it alive into the hands of Taurasi. 5 minutes gone by here in the first. Tough shot, Diana, no. Up ahead, Gray, cherry picking.
I like that the Wings are trying to push the pace. They really are trying to get up and down the floor and get some easy buckets, get some early shots in the shot clock.
And that's what they need to do. Last 2 games, Gray has upped her points per game by almost 3 a contest. She has been on fire. January, she's at 21.1 now. And you saw her numbers over the last couple of games. Gray works off the pick. Cam Beige floats, left hand, got it. Alicia Gray.
That was a really tough shot because that was over the outstretched arm of Brittany Griner. And I really thought Brittany might get a hand on that.
10-2 run now as Leilani Mitchell's checked into the lineup for Phoenix, number 5. 10th year in the WNBA, 32-year-old. One thing Mitchell can do is score. That stops that 10-2 run, but the Wings still up by 6.
I really like Kayla Thornton's defensive intensity right now. She looked at that passing lane and was thinking about stealing it this time.
Griner with 8 of the 10 points for Phoenix gets her little piece of that one. They may give her a block. That'll be her second of the game. Here's Mitchell to the hole. Has it swatted away. And then the Wings lose it. Taurasi pulls up, doesn't get the 3. They get the big bounce, and they'll set things back up. Bonner, a little hesitation. Thornton, 2 points, or checks into the lineup. Only 2 points in the last 4 games she has played. You got to keep Griner in. She's the scoring machine out there right now. They give Taurasi a little bit of a rest. Skylar, the southpaw, no. Rebound by Turner. Has had a very successful career overseas. Signed as a free agent. Griner likes that left block. Turn around. You can hardly stop that.
They definitely are going inside to Griner a lot. I think they're probably thinking that's one of their best defenses against Liz, is to try to get her in foul trouble or get after her early, but Liz just countered herself on the inside. That was a really nice, tough post move.
I think that also showed that Brittany was not going to pick up the foul.
Correct.
She has one already, didn't want to pick up her second. Turner on top, Bonner launches the 3, nothing but the bottom of the net. Now she's hitting 26% only from beyond the arc, averaging 16.2 a game. But that was pure.
That was a really nice looking 3-point shot.
And the lead down to 5. Inside of 2 minutes here in the opening quarter. Gray launches the 3. Gray makes the 3, her 5th of the season.
I love the inside out, especially with Liz. They've been working on that in practice. Of course, they're expecting the double teams on Cambridge, and she does. Alicia did a great job. She did exactly what she said she did in the opener, that she's just trying to stay in Liz's line of vision, and she did that and got payoff.
Well, I talk about Turner not being a scorer. The last 4 games, she was just 1 of 8 shooting. What'd she do? She changed the 3, only her 3rd of the season. Dallas tries to match it and does with Kayla Thornton, her 2nd from beyond the arc. Kayla having a whale of a game. Her career high came against Phoenix. 15 points. She's got 8 here in the opening stanza.
What did I say earlier? Anything you can do, I can do better. You're really having a great battle right here.
Very physical. They give it up again. Turner. That's a 2. No. Kayla Davis coming off that game in Indiana. Career high 35 points, 12 rebounds. Had clutch free throws in the 4th. She was 14 of 16 in that game. And the last 2 coming into this contest, she was 21 of 23 from the free throw line.
Nice. Maybe that will get her going a little bit. I think it has really slowed down, and it's in a half court. I think the Wings need to get back to pushing it.
And that's what Sandy Brondella was told before the game. Nice pass inside to Griner. Sandy was saying, you know, they just have to concentrate on their transition defense, control the pace of the game, and I think they've done that effectively.
Yeah, they have. They've definitely slowed it down and got back control of it.
Skylar, little flick of the wrist, doesn't get it. Probably didn't have to hurry it that much. Up ahead, Griner runs the court well. Gray pulls it away.
Griner's really showing her athleticism.
Kayla
Thornton being able to just attack her off the dribble and get to the rim. Finally get to the free throw line.
Friday clock here at the College Park Center. Immediately after the game, kids 12 years and under can shoot free throws on the court. Tickets start at just $20. Go to DallasWings.com and get your tickets today. I will challenge anybody under the age of 12 to free throw shooting.
Under the age of 12.
Under the age of 12.
You have restrictions.
I have limits, yes. I've got standards. Taurasi drains the three. Also wanted the foul, not going to get it.
That was a great example of what we talked about in the opening, about Taurasi coming off the pick and stepping back. Quick release on her three-point shot. She's a really tough player when she's getting that to go down.
Taurasi now with 30 three-pointers made this season. I know Reagan Peebley's watching now. We got her earlier this year.
Oh, now I know. Now I know. I got to step up my game.
I have paid off everybody in Oklahoma and surrounding areas not to give any of my old pictures up.
Well, there's no comments about my hair, that's for sure.
No, I didn't. No, I have no room to talk. Taurasi, 5 points in a row for Diana Taurasi, and all of a sudden that 10-point lead has dwindled to 4. Phoenix on an 11-5 run. One lead change, only one tie here in the early going. Wings have got to get some motion going offensively. A lot of standing around. Fred Williams wanted a foul, not going to get it, and Skylar takes it to the hole.
That's a way to will herself to the bucket right there. She didn't let the contact bother her. She just continued to get to the rim. She knows that her team needs her to score.
Skylar Diggins-Smith was 7 in the ballgame. Kayla Thornton pacing the Wings as we go inside of 1:40 to play here in the half with 10. Bonner backs in. Skylar, that's a tough mismatch. Doesn't get the shot. Thornton the rebound. Kayla Thornton, 6 rebounds already in the ball game. Skylar worked on the pick and roll, doesn't get it. Cam Beige pokes it away. Taurasi's got January on the left, pulls the three, no.
And the drive, and still finds a way to score. I just love her mentality.
Now the last 2 games, the Wings have shot 48% from the field in those 2 wins. They're only 44% now. Skylar can't get the shot to go down. She is just 3 of 9 here in the opening half, but that can change quickly.
Absolutely.
Little gives it up. January gets a good look at the three. Never had a chance, and Cam Beige pulls down her first rebound of the ball game. Kind of hard to believe that. I don't think they've gotten a lot of touches to Liz. She's only taken 4 shots.
That's a great hustle play. She sure did, yes. And, you know, I read that she really credits is that after it hit, she stayed a little long on there.
Flagrant one is Taurasi. Number 3 in the WNBA this year in free throw percentage.
And her arms have to go somewhere, and they just happen to come down on Taurasi's face, but it didn't seem like it was intentional to me at all.
I don't think it was either. Biggest lead for the Wings, it's been 10. Phoenix led by 2 very early on. They've cut the lead to a half a dozen. Final 7 seconds, Taurasi. Bonner. Taurasi launches the three, buries the three with 0.7 of a second left. Taurasi with
the fact that they are focused, that they know how to get themselves ready to play, and that their routine, I mean, it's about creating habits and good habits, and clearly they've done that with their pregame routine.
And that's just the way Skylar Diggins-Smith practices during the week, too. Off her leg, saves it with 8 to shoot. Works off a pick from Cam Beige. Cam Beige rolls. That's the way it's supposed to be done, but Griner gets a piece of it. That is her second block of the ball game, 31 now on the season.
That was a great job of the screen and roll and getting the ball to our big girl, keeping it up high. I'd like to see that replay. It looked like there was a lot of contact.
Griner now on Cam Beige. The little right-handed jump hook, no. Thornton blocked out Bonner, did a nice job. Little takes the 17-footer and buries it. Sancho Little now with 4 points in the ball game. She was an all-star in 2009.
I think it's really important for the Wings to come out and set the tone in these first 3 minutes of this quarter. I don't think they need to let the Mercury get back in the game and really, get like she's going to trust her a little bit and let her play.
Well, we saw one play in the first half as Liz Cambage gets.
See if the Wings will really attack her, knowing that she has 3 fouls. If they'll really get the ball inside and try to pick up that 4th and sit her down.
Well, the last couple of games, Liz Cambage has upped her free throw percentage, only gets 1 of 2. The lead is 2. Phoenix trying to get their second lead of the ball game. From the outside, the 3, no. Griner tips it to Thornton, 3 on 2. Thornton's got Davis on the left, takes it herself off the glass, no. Tipped around, Taurasi comes up with it and gets it to Breon January. January also an assistant coach at her alma mater of Arizona State. Deep in the corner, and the Mercury take the lead on Sancho Little shot.
January is really a heady guard. She knows how to get to the rim. She finds her open shooters. She's a pretty elite defender as well. She's sticking to Skylar pretty good and being real physical through all the ball screens.
It was a tie, not the lead. Importantly here in this third quarter, and up until the 2-game win streak, that kind of was the case the first part of the season. They were outscored in the third quarter in the first meeting between these two. Taurasi backs up, gets it down low, Griner. Gray shows the double, but Brittany just turns away from it.
That was a great move. Again, now that is the second time she scored that way. That she did that in the first half. That's a really tough move.
And now Cambage sees the double. Bonner brings it to her. Cambage back. And they're going to keep her in with 4 fouls. Cambage sweeping right hook. No. Griner tips it into the hands of Bonner. Bonner gives it up. Whistle.
I think it's really physical. I do feel like that it's pretty equal on both ends, though. They're letting them play. It's really turned into it.
UT Arlington and College Park Center events at utatickets.com. 24 seconds in the second quarter. And now the Mercury with their biggest lead of the game at 4. Kayla Davis, baseline jumper, but Griner definitely altered that as she was coming right at her. Good start here in the third quarter for the Mercury. Bonner doesn't get it. Rebound tipped into the hands of Skylar. Or I should say January took that shot. Thornton sees a little bit of
electric here, and I think there's a whole new energy within this organization and a confidence on the players on the court.
This place can get loud. Christy, you're very familiar with it, and I've done a couple of men's and women's games here for UT Arlington. It gets very loud in this arena.
Well, I was going to say I'm a little bit biased, but I think it's a beautiful arena. I think it is such a great venue for the Wings and for obviously men's and women's basketball at UTA as well. But it's very intimate. It's very much a great atmosphere, and it can get loud.
Oh yeah.
It can get exciting.
Dude, Phoenix has to hurry.
They slowed it down on them by calling the shot clock violation.
Only 3 points in this quarter in the first 4 minutes for the Dallas Wings. On top, Gray. Griner comes at her, hits her, and she knocks it down. No foul call, but she did get contact. Griner inside, and she is for your games, the first 5 games. Now's had 2 straight. First Dallas field goal in about 4.5 minutes. And
Griner did a good job right there of contesting the shot and then running the floor. They found her in transition.
Gets the second. And Phoenix up by 1. Dallas not getting a whole lot from their bench tonight. There's only 3 other players available, only gotten 5 points. Ariel Powers now in the lineup. Skylar with 3 on the shot clock. Inside. Thornton gets it away. Powers tries to keep it alive. Into the hands of Little. Little passes. 15 to shoot. Plenty of time. Nice cut inside Sancho Little.
Yeah, the Wings are, they've been working on their defensive rotation in practice. I watched the other day and they were doing some 4-on-3 drills where they were really rotating, and they rotated right there, but the backside forgot to rotate, so it ended up giving up an easy bucket.
Powers pulls the trigger on the baseline, short on the jumper. Here comes Phoenix, and they can hurry with numbers. Taurasi launches it. Long rebound into the hands of Skylar, 3-on-2. Skylar gives it up. Gray gets bumped. Last 3:38 here of the quarter. Mitchell checks back into the lineup for Phoenix. Also, Camille Little comes into the lineup for Phoenix. And she has to sit. Griner sits. 15 points, 4 Regis, Thornton, Cambage, and Gray. One name missing, Skylar Diggins-Smith.
I was just thinking that Skylar needs to get involved. I do think January's done a really nice job on her, but Skylar's got to get loose and really come to life. Her team needs her to be that scoring point guard for them, as she has been the last 4 games, my goodness.
10-3 run, here comes Skylar leading the break. Gray spotting up left side.
Vertical, but I do think she's sliding her feet.
Well, nevertheless, it was a foul on Skylar Diggins-Smith. Things are getting a little more physical in this game.
Intensity is definitely picking up.
Yep. Up and under move, no. Taken away. Azure Stevens tips it to Gray. Closing in on 2:40 to play here in the third. And Skylar wanting Kayla Thornton to set the pick on Mitchell. Now they have a switch. Lori Johnson being guarded by Mitchell. Has a height advantage. Now being guarded by January. Inside, no part of the Fox family for a long, long time. And I know Mark's family, I can promise you, you've got our sympathy and our prayers that he was an outstanding human being. And we will miss him. From the outside, Skylar Diggins-Smith pulls down the rebound. Dallas now on a 12-3 run over the last 4. Was on Robinson, her first, and here's Skylar Diggins-Smith back at the line.
You know, I have to say, lines sometimes that can just break the ice a little bit, and I think that Skylar's finding ways to help her team and to get her offensive game going.
The run goes to 14-3. Skylar Diggins-Smith a perfect 3 for 3 from the stripe right now. 50 of 55 this season shooting free throws. Wings all of a
Credit to the way the Wings are defending the ball screen. I think they've just done an outstanding job this year of really working on how they want to defend ball screens. And Skylar is very aggressive on defense and now on offense. You know, she's really stepping up her game. We just said she needed to come to life, and she definitely is putting her team on her shoulders.
Maria Gulich, an outstanding rookie from Oregon State, just went to school by Skylar Diggins-Smith. Nice ball fake. Here's Taurasi. Has to give it up. Botter, no place to go. Shot clock at 5. Gulich can't come up with it. Wings have numbers. Azure Stevens left side. Thornton. Skylar, the floater. Fights for the rebound. Can't get it. Little does. Taurasi pulls the trigger and nails the 3. Her third of the ball game.
Big shot by Diana.
She's got 13 and the lead goes back to 6. Final 40 seconds upcoming. Thornton works on it off the glass. No. Gulich the rebound.
The Wings have to keep crashing the boards. They didn't have anybody go in after that miss. I think that's one of the things that they do really well.
Lori Johnson rips down the rebound. Her third of the ball game. Shot clock, game clock just about the same, and Skylar's going to set things up.
Holding it for the last possession. You That's a great idea.
Skylar sees an opening.
Great job of reading that ball screen and splitting it.
Skylar, along with her 20, almost 5 rebounds a game and 6 assists.
I do think that was a really good example for Skylar of learning how to draw the foul. When she got in the paint, she was definitely undersized, but she found a way to get the foul called on Gulich.
And I love this. If Fred puts a little pressure on him the final few seconds, don't get... Here's Skylar at the buzzer. No. Along with Christy Gerlich, I'm Ron Thulin. We welcome you to the fourth quarter of play between Phoenix and Dallas. Dallas leads it by 8, 59-51. Story of the game so far is all the starters have carried both teams. Brittany Griner playing with 4 personal fouls. Now she's trying to post up. Cam Bache has to run and chase her. January, no. Cam Bache pulls it away. That's
Great rebound by Liz.
Oh, yeah, she needed that. Only her 3rd rebound of the ball game. Cam Bache comes in averaging over 10 a game. Now Phillips, Powers, I should say. So this isn't the first time they've played together. Here's Taurasi, 13 points in the ball game. Griner, face-up jumper, buries it. Griner was 17 now on 8 of 14 shooting. It's just so smooth.
It is. She's playing really well. She's definitely elevated her game and is just doing some things that, you know, clearly I don't think that she did in college, but I think that she definitely has added some different weapons to her game.
Well, Kayla Davis and Breon January getting into it. Thornton tries to get it away. Cam Bache keeps it alive. Powers inside, no. Not a good offensive possession for the Wings. Taurasi sees a little bit of opening.
Great hands.
I don't think it was a foul either.
Not at all. Not at all.
Now January gets right up in Skylar Diggins' grill. Diana not afraid to tell you what she thinks of calls.
No, she's not.
3 won't go down. Offensive rebound. Kayla Thornton just fights for it. Davis,
She did again what she did in the first half. Attacked from the high post, particularly from the top of the key, and really.
And Kayla Davis at the line to shoot a couple. Takes advantage of James.
Yeah, I think you absolutely. You know, the more that they attack her and get her into some foul trouble, the more she's going to sit herself down by getting those technicals.
Here's Taurasi, works on Cam Bache.
One for them, and unfortunately for the Wings,
She sits down with her 5th personal foul. That came at the 8:08 mark as Taurasi gets both the free throws. The lead cut to 5 inside of 8 minutes to play in the ball game.
Takes her at that are happening for this game right here. I mean, the intensity's getting higher. You know, they're definitely competing at a high level. Now they're starting to make some really great plays. That was a beautiful pick and roll by Glory and Skylar. That just, I like it when they start elevating their.
17 to shoot. Taurasi will inbound it. They switch. Johnson now picks up. Back out top, January. Johnson still with her. Has to give it up. Little from the corner knocks down the 3.
That was a big 3.
That's only her 3rd of the season. Last 4 games, she was 0 for 6 from beyond the arc. Glory Johnson floats left, shoots right. A little quick on the shot. Lead is 5. This is a very unselfish Phoenix team. We saw right there, Little no. Inside Bonner.
Well, now the Mercury are starting to be very aggressive and get to the rim. Hit a 3, and now they come back with that nice putback.
Nice move. Glory Johnson got away from Sancho Little. Lead goes to 5. January running the show out front. She was the most prolific point guard in Indiana history before joining Phoenix. And now Ariel calls out the plays. Thornton bumps off January. Shot clock at 9. Kayla from 11 doesn't get it.
The pace of the game has definitely picked up. I think without our shot blocker in the game anymore, I think that our kids are really starting to figure out that they've got to outscore their opponent. They've got to really push the ball. They're trying to apply pressure.
And half the team's points over the last 4 minutes and 50 seconds is
well on her way. I think she definitely has stepped up her game and her mentality and has
the points.
What a great matchup, though, between two guards that just can both take their whole team and put it on their back if they need to, and I think that's what we're witnessing.
And we come down to the final 5.5. Ariel Powers tries to force the pass to Thornton. Griner gets a piece of it. Another block for Brittany Griner. That's her third block of the ball game. Griner playing with 5 personal fouls. They're rolling the dice on her. With Cam Beige going out, they decide to put her back in. Little baseline outside jumper, got it. Sancho Little, one of 4 Mercury players in double figures. She's got 10 tonight. Taken away by January, nice steal. Chance to regain the lead for Phoenix.
The Wings need to get their composure back.
Griner on
catching it.
And Liz Cambage can only ride the bike. Brittany